Good morning to everyone out there. Oh my goodness, thank you for all the lovely comments that you put on my channel. I do so appreciate it. So let's start off this morning with an open read and just see what the cards are going to point to today. So the first thing is about the people. And your intention. What are we aiming at? What are we aiming for? What is our intention going forward? And what's being cut? The scythe. Cutting. Okay. Honesty. Okay. So it would be cutting through to honesty, cutting out the BS, basically. Okay, sometimes honesty can be cutting. Okay, people don't want to hear honesty sometimes. They'd rather believe the, alternative storyline. I'm not going to call them facts because they're not facts, but an alternative storyline. So what we have now is about something new. What's new is the crisis, feeling the crisis, overflowing, okay? The cup is full. It's overflowing with the BS that's going on now, okay? We have weather events as well that are happening. They just had, Kentucky or Tennessee, somewhere over there. They were having, again, major difficulties. And we know what Trumpenstein has done with the FEMA. Doesn't care. He was out there yesterday while all this was happening, posting AI images of himself. Not one word about the crisis that's happening due to weather events. Nothing, okay? So let's see what else we have going forward here. The challenges at a crossroads. Definitely we're at a crossroads. And what are we rooting? What are we putting out there? Roots. Okay? What are we planting? What are we rooted in? Comes down to your basic value system. Okay? The basic value system that we have now at a crossroads. We've got to cut through to the honesty. We have to have the intention going forward. With all the new crises that are happening, potential outcome are the obstructions. The obstructions and resistance. Okay, resistance. Let's pull the last two, extra information. All the things that are flowering now, the bouquet, all the different elements of this stuff that's taking place. And the flow. Okay. So we know that the Orange Menace keeps putting up difficulties, resistant to helping. All these things are flowering now, and we have a new cup, the flow, a new cup that's taking place. The roots are also within it would be the pentacle, the new start, things that we're rooting in at a crossroads. And maybe things that we are resistant to when it comes to the difficulties that this man keeps putting in. And basically it's saying, you know, that we have to be rooted in honesty and our intention going forward, put out roots. And it's basically saying we need to work with one another to overcome these crises now, okay? All of the, because the people, the things are being cut. We're at a new crossroads. We have the difficulties now, the mountain, the difficulties happening that are flowering now. And we see that he is resistant to doing anything to aid the people. So basically, we need to band together when it comes to aiding one another, because there's no FEMA anymore. Okay? No FEMA. Now, it got me when he was in, where was it? Was it Georgia or somewhere before? And he was saying, yeah, we're going to cut FEMA. And the Magatonians were back there basically cheering because he was railroading when we had Biden in office. And there was an emergency, and he was out there doing whatever he could. And Magatonians, he had them out there telling people, oh, no, he's not going to do anything. Don't trust him. You know, don't go for any aid. Okay? Trying to make Biden look bad. And then this fool comes along and he cuts off all the aid. Yeah. So let's see if we can get a clarifying information on this. I'm going to try to use this deck again, but let's see what we get with this. So at the center of it, we have, again, the intention. The intention going forward. What we're aiming for. We know that karma is in play. Okay? When it comes to the unknowable, the things hidden, so let's see what's hidden. The voyage that we're on. So this is part of the collective, the voyage that we're going, the intention, what direction are we going? Karma is coming. This is coming again for that great split that's taking place. Okay? So what side of that split are you going to be on? It's about, the departure. Karmic departure. Based on your intentions. What you're facing is the karma based on your intentions. Are you going towards harmony? Okay? Your intention is harmony, and so we are on that voyage now. And if your intention is not on harmony, as we see the Uber, right? Their anger, their hate, their vilification, their, all of the negative things they're doing, well, karma is coming, okay? So either you're going forward in your direction, but if you are at this other place, the restraint, you want to restrain others, okay? Then you're facing this departure that's going to take place. So when it comes to the departure, etc., this is the time of exploration where things are moving to. What are you passionate about? Where are your passions? Are your passions for harmony? Or is your passion out there for the anger and the hate and the vilification? So we have the union. Again, your intention. The restraints. What are the restraints you're putting in place? Okay? So when we have this great division that's happening, that's going to take place, and we see it more day by day, those that are in this anger and vilification are going one direction, and then those that are for harmony and wanting peace and wanting to have the world moving forward, celebrating, aiding each other, they're going in another total direction. It's like when you leave the physicality of form, you can only go as far as where your energetic signal is. Okay? If you are somebody in this dark energetic signal, you can't go to the highest levels. It would burn them. Okay? It would burn them. That light burns that darkness. That's why we see them getting even crazier now, because the more light that comes in, the more of that intention comes in, the more angered that dark gets. So what we have here is to persevere. We're in the midst of this difficult time now. It's about persevering. We're looking at the timing, what's being offered, okay? We understand there has to be the flow, okay? New cup coming in, the flow. Based on respect, okay? And above it all, we have this disappointment that's happening when it comes to the union, the sharing some intentions, which are restraint. We see that negativity side presenting more overload, very difficult for people. And so, again, need to feel some solitude. Maybe sometimes people are feeling like they're in this alone, but we're not. And understand there is the order of the universe. And we have to continue in clarity, okay? An action of clarity, mental space of clarity to understand that we need to focus, keep our focus on aiding one another wherever we can, persevere through this time, knowing that this division is taking place. And again, things have to line up when it comes to the universe for everything to transition. But the uber-right, the Magatonian, that dark element of wanting to divide and control, that is going in one direction, okay? And that will be, again, there will be a division that's taking place. And soon we will not have to deal with that anymore, because there is a split in the vibration. The higher elements will be in one plane, and these darker elements will be in another plane of existence, okay? So we are in the, coming up to the point of climatic, climatic. Oh, yeah, the end point is coming, okay? The end point is coming. Like I said, just give Trumpenstein and these fools enough rope and they'll hang themselves. And this the extremism that's happening now is really putting this in the face of people to make their choice what direction they're going, okay? What direction are you going? This is just clear cut now. It's clear cut. Make your choice. Where are you on this line? Are you going to this side of darkness? Or are you going to the side of light and wanting the best for humanity, celebrating one another, coming together as a collective? Or are you going to be on that side, well, I'm out for myself and that's it, okay? And the rest of you can all go to, So again, it's talking about we need to continue to stick together during this time of crisis, support one another the best we can, and know that this is part of that grand timing and grand elevation for humanity. I know it doesn't seem like it's elevating now with all the crisis we're going through, but again, you either hold to love and truth and faith and know that this is going to change for the better in the end, or you go down that road of, the dark element of isolation and separation rather than coming together. So are you going toward the side of isolation? Okay? And, that's what Trumpenstein is. White national, isolation, us only, me first, I don't give a rat's about everyone. It's about what I can get, okay? Versus, yes, we see we're a collective of one planetary people, okay, coming together and celebrating one another and wanting the best for each other, rather than trying to railroad and get over on people, okay? So division is taking place. What side of that are you going to be on? So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.